Welcome back. How are you? I'm so happy it's already time to learn Parsha again. Okay, you know the deal. Pay attention because we're going to have a quiz at the end. This week, we learn about Parsha Beha'alotecha. The Parsha begins with Hashem giving the final instructions for the Mishkan. Hashem tells Aaron that he is to light the golden menorah in the Mishkan every single day. Wait a second. I thought we only light the menorah for 8 days during Hanukkah. Oh, silly me. I forgot the story of Hanukkah didn't even happen yet. The Hanukkah menorah has 9 branches, but the menorah we're talking about in this parsha only has 7 branches. One of Aaron's jobs was to make sure the menorah was lit every single day. The Levites were told they were to begin working in the Mishkan. They would become Hashem's people and work for Hashem. The Levites would work starting at the age of 25 until they are 50 years old. Before they can start work, there was a special ceremony where they shaved their bodies, went to the mikvah, and made special sacrifices to Hashem. They also learned how to keep the Mishkan holy. I don't know if you remember a few weeks ago, we talked about the Levites taking over a job for another group of people. We were reminded in this parsha that the firstborns are no longer in charge in the Mishkan because they made the golden calf, and that's why the Levites have this special job. It has now been 1 whole year since the Jewish people left Egypt, or Mitzrayim. They celebrate by making a Pesach offering to Hashem. Some people were not able to make this special sacrifice because they were not pure. They were very upset and did not want to be left out. So they complained to Moshe, asking if there's something else they could do. Hashem gave these people a second chance to make the sacrifice, exactly 1 month later, known as Pesach Sheni, a second Pesach. After Hashem is finished giving instructions for the Mishkan, it is finally time for the people to leave Har Sinai and start traveling again. I'm so excited! I wonder where they're going to travel to. Oh yeah, they're traveling to Eretz Yisrael, the land of Israel. They still have a long way to go though, like 39 more years. The Mishkan had a cloud covering it by day and a fire covering it at night. The Jewish people were not allowed to travel when they saw the cloud. They didn't have a GPS back then, and they couldn't use their cell phones to look up a map, so Hashem would guide them in the desert until they reached their next location, so they can rest. Sometimes they would only stay in one spot for 1 night, but other times they stayed there for a few years. Hashem tells Moshe to have 2 silver trumpets made. There will be long and short notes that will tell the people different information. The first note is called Tekiah. Ooh, I know that one from Rosh Hashanah! That's 1 long blast. Whenever they heard Tekiah, all the leaders would go to the Mishkan. This meant that Moshe was learning a new law, and was going to teach it to them. If both trumpets sounded Tekiah at the same time, then everyone went to the Mishkan. Another sound was called Teruah. That's another one we know from Rosh Hashanah. This is 9 short blasts. When they heard Teruah, this meant it was time to travel. There were also sounds for when they went to battle and for certain sacrifices. The trumpets were also used on Rosh Chodesh and for other happy occasions. Okay, it is now time to leave. And they travel in the order we learned a couple of weeks ago, with all the Shevatim surrounding the Mishkan. Right before they're getting ready to go, Moshe says a special prayer, and we say it every time during davening as we open the Aron to remove the Torah. Vayhi b'nsoah ha'aron vayomer Moshe. And when Aaron went forth, Moshe said, Kuma Hashem v'yafutzu oivecha v'yanusu misanecha miponecha. Arise, Hashem, and scatter your enemies, so that those who hate you will flee before you. On the words, Arise, Hashem, the cloud would leave the Mishkan, and they knew it was time to go. They would also sound the trumpets. When they got to their destination, Moshe would say another prayer, and this is the prayer we say during davening when the Torah goes back in the Aron. Shuva Hashem v'ra'ot alfei Yisrael. Return Hashem to the 10,000s of Israel. Now the cloud will come back, and we know that they're there for the night, at least. Shortly after they started traveling, the people started complaining. They were getting tired of the man that Hashem was giving them. Can you imagine eating the same food every day for an entire year? I would probably start complaining too. They say that the man tasted like whatever you wanted it to taste like, but I think if I ate even my favorite food every day, I would still get tired of it. The Jewish people asked Moshe to ask Hashem if they can eat meat instead of the man. Moshe complains to Hashem that there was too much work for him to be a leader all by himself. Hashem tells Moshe to get 70 elders to help him. Hashem also tells Moshe that he is going to make sure there is meat for everyone to eat. Hashem is going to give them meat until it comes out their noses. Hashem sends birds for the people to eat. If the people became greedy and ate too much, Hashem would punish them. Miriam, that's Moshe's sister, started speaking Lashon Hara about Moshe. When she was saying these bad things about him, she became very sick, and she got leprosy. Moshe did not hear what she said, but Hashem did, and that's why she was punished. Moshe davens for Miriam to get better. And this is the first time we hear about a prayer for healing, or Mishaberach. Moshe's prayer is very similar to the Mishaberach that is said in Shul. 7 days later, Miriam is better and is able to return to the camp. Okay, I hope you were paying attention, because it's quiz time! Are you ready to review the parsha? Let's begin. What happens if someone was not pure to make the Pesach sacrifice? They waited a month and made it on Pesach Sheni. They had to leave the camp. They had to give up food for a week, or nothing. They waited a month and made it on Pesach Sheni. What exciting event happens in this week's Parsha? We receive the Torah, Hanukkah is celebrated, the Jewish people start traveling to Eretz Yisrael, or we hear Hashem speak for the first time. The Jewish people start traveling to Eretz Yisrael. Good job. What covered the Mishkan? A cloud by day and fire by night? Rain, tents, or birds? That's right, a cloud by day and fire by night. What instrument is used to send signals to the Jewish people? Drums, silver trumpets, harps, or violins? That's right again, silver trumpets. Why did the people complain to Hashem? They were cold, they were bored, it smelled in the desert, or they wanted to eat meat. They wanted to eat meat. Great job, you got them all correct. Thank you for watching my Parsha video. Have a good Shabbos.